Hello, you guys. It has been what feels like forever. For anybody who's watching this that didn't see the last one or isn't on Instagram, I took a bit of a break, and I can't say I'm going to be back weekly as I was, but I'm going to at least try. The next few months are going to be pretty bent on saving for a trip, actually 2 trips within like 3 weeks of each other, as well as finishing up Christmas. So it's not going to be very exciting, but I will still try to put out something and get better at that again, and maybe even eventually post back on Instagram. Again, been pretty quiet over there too, besides some stories and of course Etsy launches as well. But for now, let's just get right on into it, you guys. So we are going to start with the money, because I have taken out already my food. I have a little cheat sheet over here. We took out $500 for food, $70 for gas, $45 for miscellaneous, and that's all that's in my wallet. We're not doing anything extra like that. If I want to get coffee, it comes out of miscellaneous or food. If we want to go out to eat, it comes out of food. So I'm trying to be better at not just having random cash. And then, although I loved having that extra cash and then like putting it towards saving funds, I would rather just immediately put it in to a sinking fund or into savings. And then my husband gets $70 a week for any of his spending. He's been out of town the last few weeks, so again, I kind of saw that coming, which is why I stepped back. I have kids, I homeschool, I have a house, pets, and then just living and trying to breathe, it became a lot. And so after that, my daughters each got their allowance and they get their age. So my 6-year-old gets $6 and my 7-year-old gets $7. And that is based on their heartitudes. As we do extra chores around the house, they are required, of course, to do the basic. We all live here. We're going to take care of each other in our home. But anything extra is, their allowance is based on basically being good, being kind. When I'm like, hey, can you pick that up? Instead of grumbling, they do it with joy. Something that we're all working on and everybody should probably work on, honestly, in our lives. So that now leaves us with 100, 2, 3, 4, 500, 50, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 8, 7, 20, 40, 60, 8, 90, 900, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55. 955 is what we have remaining, which sounds about right. And also, if you hear my kids in the background, I'm sorry. Everyone besides my baby is awake. That time change hit that poor little boy hard, and he's been going to nap at like 9 a.m. every day. So you'll probably hear a kid open a door here, and I'll have to pause pretty quickly. Not gonna be able to see that. I'm just gonna leave you unesthetically right there. Okay, and also I haven't been really good at keeping up with what I was adding, so I just erased all my trackers, and we are going to count and start over. So you will, if you want, follow me on that adventure. So rent, I think I'm adding a little more than normal. So actually, make sure you guys can see that. It is, I don't know the date. Okay, good enough for me. We're going to be adding 470. That's gonna be 1, 4, 50, and 70. Oh my goodness. So plus my tripod is in an awkward angle. Again, it's been a while, so I am getting used to it in my way again. So yes, so that's all it has right now. Of course, we just paid, wait a minute. We just paid rent on the 1st, so she is bare. But how are you guys? I would like, again, I'm working on myself and hopefully being able to answer messages easier or any questions you guys have. But yeah, how are you guys? I feel like it's been forever. I know I was never really like on YouTube very much. It's never been my thing, even as a young teen, or an old teen. But I'm trying. I really am trying. Car is getting 125. Sorry, I had to pause there. I just realized I didn't take my trash can out and I heard the trash, the trash man. So now that I'm out of breath, we need 125. So 125. Goodness gracious, let's just write that now. Balance is 125. Oh my gosh. It's raining. And I had to bring up the recycling and the trash. Oh my goodness. Make up your mind, little guys. Whew. I will recover. All right, emergency fund. Jiminy, Christmas is getting 20. So let's see. We're going to do 11/8, even though I'm not even sure that's the date. Plus, we're just adding 40. So now we will see what we have. 40. So 1, 2. We have 50, 70, 90, 110, 120. And this is just cash to have on hand for emergencies. Okay. What did I say? 120. This is separate from what's in the bank. Just, again, something to have on hand. I'm actually going to take this out. I stopped doing this, which I was loving doing it, and I got pretty far, and then we ended up going on a weekend getaway, me and my husband, and I used that for our fun money, our out to eat money and all that stuff. So our Christmas is also bare. So let's do this so it kind of has time to dry. So 11/8. Christmas is going to be getting 70. I don't think we even really have much for Christmas. Oh, that's a lie. So I'm gonna whisper this. I got a 2-night, 3-day deal for like 40% off for Great Wolf Lodge. So we are taking the kids in early January for 2 nights to the Great Wolf Lodge. And so that's half paid for. We paid half up front, and then you pay half when you get there. And so then I asked on Facebook, and I found 4 those little pup ears or wolf ears. And so I think we'll get them like a new bathing suit or something, and that'll be their big gift, all to open together, to go to the Great Wolf Lodge from like a Thursday to a Saturday. So that'll be fun. And Christmas is a 50 and a 20. Move that up, and I forgot to move the 5s over. Okay. All right, so Christmas now has 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 70, 370 in Christmas. So this money will most likely be going more towards like stocking stuffers. As per usual, me and my husband aren't doing anything for us, but just focusing on the kids. Next up is family activities and or fun, and it's going to be getting 30. So date is 11, or you know what I mean, plus 30. I think there's only like a 10 in here. Yep. And so we're going to get a 20 and another 10. So now it has 20, 30, 40. And that'll probably be spending money, you know, at the place. I don't want people to hear. Birthday is going to be getting 10. And I also forgot, I got some new envelopes. They are not here yet. So I will have probably money remaining because I forgot to take that out before I started this video. But yes, which I just added a holidays. So I'm just going to be putting a couple extra bucks before Thanksgiving, and then maybe New Year's. I don't think we're doing anything. But yeah, we don't really do much. And our friends who would throw a kids' New Year's, so like we'd all go over, watch like the New York Times ball drop, but at like 9 o'clock. And then we'd all go home and go to bed. Vacation's getting 60. This is going to be used for Leavenworth, which we go to. It's gonna be like the second weekend in February. 60, second weekend in February with my husband's work. They pay for all lodging and then a meal on a Saturday night as for the whole company to come eat. And the rest is basically they encourage family time. So it's pretty awesome. Medical is going to be getting 30 as well. I just had 2 teeth removed 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago now. And so a bill will be coming, but you know what? Insurance is fabulous because, because it was going to be like $15 or something $100. But after insurance, it only became like $280. I can do $280. $280 is fine. $280 won't kill me. So this will start going towards that. And now we have 20, 30, 45. Alrighty. 45. So not close, but we don't even have the bill yet. They just kind of showed me the bill at the office and said they'll send it to me in about a month, which is nice. So car maintenance is going to be getting 15. It needs it. Don't know. There's nothing like wrong with it, but I think the brakes are going to need to get fixed. 15, yes. So I mean, it has its issues. Let's just definitely put it that way. It has its issues. All right. So now car maintenance has 50, 70, 90, 100, 110, 15, 20, 5, 35, 45, 55, 65. So now it has 165, which I don't know a lot about cars, but probably not enough. Nope. Oh my goodness. I'm out of touch. Us, which I just added back. It was anniversary, but I have something else planned for that. So I'm not going to be too worried about it. Us is going to be getting just a good old 20. Don't know why I sounded like old Greg there for a second. And if you know, you know. Back when YouTube was first a thing. Just aged myself a bit. And that's all it has. But it's just for dates. And again, we just had a long weekend, so I don't think my kids will let me out of their sight for a while. Okay, so this is the Aesthetic Dollar. It's like a little freebie challenge, and it's been really fun to do it. So we're actually going to be adding, I think we're going to be adding, I got some cash from selling something right here. So I got 50, and I'm adding 30 to it. So it's going to be a 20 and a 30. Which I might just switch out for 20. That's the pretty one. All right, so now we are working with 20, 40, 60, 80. Yeah, that's right. Woo. So we can add 4 little coffee cups. So I might do that. So if you can bear with me, I think we're going to do this. So yeah, 20, 40, 60, 80. So we're going to be adding $80, and we're going to be coloring in 4 spots. Well, I messed up, and that's going to haunt me now, but that's okay. So let's count. We now have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 3, 20. So we have 320. It has been simple. I've just been adding 20 every week. Oops. But yeah, she's cute. It's fun. And then my husband, this is just his random, I don't even know if he knows about it. I've just been putting extra, like it was a bunch of ones. Like, I think it was like $40 in ones. Like I'd always just put my ones in there and I switched that out at the end of the month. And he is going to just be getting 20. And this is separate from what I give him weekly. So what we have agreed on for him to have. It's his money, but it's our money, but I don't want to sound like a parent to him. Anyway, this is just like any extra stuff he wants. So now he has $50, $70, $80, $90. And I just started this. Again, I was just adding ones for a while. But yeah, so that is it, which means I think what I'm missing then is going to be, that's what it is. So I'm going to have 25 is going to go to my kids' activities. I'm going to start saving for soccer for the spring. And then 10 is going to be going to the holidays, which will be for like Thanksgiving or Valentine's Day. Like, I need to get better at planning that, especially with Thanksgiving. I realized I'm hosting. I need to make food, and I don't want one day to take like, a quarter of my budget, or food budget for the whole week. So yeah, so that'll be probably stuffed next week when I get my envelopes. But that is all I have for today, and I am so thankful if you've watched this or you still subscribed to me. Some people were still subscribing, and I haven't even been on in a few weeks, and I am beyond grateful. I don't make anything from YouTube. I don't make anything from anything but Etsy. But regardless, you guys are a blessing, and I'm so glad to be back. Okay, see you next time.